Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Pardon the glare today, but we have got a model that I am quite excited to finally get a hold of. I haven't seen it around here lately, but that is the Mazinger Z Infinitism, or Mazinger Z Infinity version. So Mazinger is the grandpappy of all super robots, if you're not really familiar. Early 1970s, Go Nagai designed him. Didn't look all this high-tech and cool, but pretty much all of the original initial ideas are here. Rocket punch, iron cutters, drill missiles, bresto fire, and the pilder. Pilder on is what you gotta yell to activate it, obviously. Okay, what's interesting is Great Mazinger actually preceded this model, and I want to say Grendizer actually came before both of them, but I could be wrong on that. This is a relatively recent kit. I know that a Mazinger, what is it, Zero or Infinity, or there's been another Mazinger since this is released, but I haven't had a chance to get this guy yet, and I'm super excited. For the most part, and just about with all of these Infinity versions, you do have everything pre-colored. So that's always kind of nice to see. Not much painting required there. We've got all the parts necessary. We've got the base. That's nice to have included. Sometimes they're not. This time it is. Lots of shiny silver, some dull black, and it looks like we've got a couple of stickers hiding in there, like maybe 4 or 5 of them. That's not too bad. Got a couple transparent pieces and some clear parts for the cockpit as well as the gold accents. Okay. So, if my memory serves me correctly, which it may or may not, I want to say these are a little bit bigger than a typical 1/144th kit. I could be wrong. So, looks like just about every piece is going to get used. Obviously, with the exception of some of the base pieces. Here you can see we've got a whopping 6 stickers. That's what I like to see. Not much necessary there. Construction is pretty simple, and in case you can't see on your screen, but I'm just making mention of it anyway, everything is going to be in English and Japanese, and well, the part layout and display is usually pretty clear and precise. So unless you're just not paying attention, this shouldn't be all that difficult. One of the nice things also about these Infinity kits and just the larger, more pricey stuff from Bandai in general is that the part connections tend to be nice and easy to remove. So even if you don't have the world's best clippers, you shouldn't have too much issue getting him put together. You can see him here in all of his modernized super robot glory, and I don't know about you, but I am absolutely excited and waiting to get him built. So I'm going to stop talking, slap it all together, and hopefully get it done soon. So, sit tight. Alright, we've got Mazinger all finished up here, and I am trying with all my might to not start singing and doing karaoke. I'm gonna try. I will try to get through this video without doing it. One thing is, the colors on him just are very difficult to get filmed nice. There is a bit of a difference in, like, the torso is quite dark, whereas the legs are a bit more of a real subtle purplish blue. Of course, he's got his iron cutter on there. Where I put the other one, I'm not sure. Gotta have the Jetto Scrandora, if we're gonna say it correctly. I believe it just clips off like so. Plugs in the back. I do want to say that there's like a separate back piece, and I don't know where I put it now, but he's gonna have it on anyways. It's weird seeing Mazinger in such kind of modern, realistic proportions. I'm not used to it. I don't care if it's part of the Infinitism line or whatever. It feels different. And yeah, I know I've watched the Mazinger Infinity movie or whatever. I think I even own it somewhere on Blu-ray. But just the modern stylings of this line are very hard for me to come to terms to. I especially with a vintage robot like Mazinger. But it is what it is. And he's always been one of my favorites ever since I saw Tranzor Z as a little kid, watching him just trash Garada K7 and Douglas M2 in that first set of episodes there. You see we got our little scrambler here, or the hover pilder. So in terms of size, the construction also is kind of different for this line of figures in comparison to a lot of the more traditional ones. It doesn't have like the internal skeleton like the real grades or master grades do. And you'd think that it would, all things considered, with the price, but when you see it in comparison to size, it's about the size of an older 1/100th master grade kit, I guess, for just a comparison's sake. But you can see when lined up with a lot of the other kits that I've just happened to got laying around from Bandai, I still think that thing looks like an AC from Armored Core. It's not the biggest, but it's not the tallest either, or smallest, I should say. Because I think the 30-minute missions there would probably take the cake on that. Posability's fine, just some of the way the joints connect and hide themselves in the body are a little bit different. I think I have to take it apart as I knock everything over there. Yeah, just pop out. Put them back later. So if you're of a certain age and have fond memories of Tranzor Z, or I don't remember what his name is in other languages, but having spent so many years playing games like Super Robot Wars, it just kind of feels nice having him hanging out with all the other various robots I've got on the table. So the only thing that I really have a hard time with this line is the price. I feel they're too expensive. They feel like the master grade costs back in the day, but at least those had a bit more to them. Like, I just don't feel that there's a lot going on here in terms of construction. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's got like the neat translucent parts for his breast fire attack. But, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know. Thankfully, I managed to find mine at a reasonable price. So if you can do your searching and come up with a good cost, I'd say go for it. I still hope to get the Mazinger Zero, but I have yet to find that even in person. I've always enjoyed that as well, but hopefully we'll be able to hunt one of those down too. So, with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.